to the Crafty Nana, thrifting, vlogging, haul try on.
Good afternoon, Crafty Nana here. And it's that time of year. Well, unless you're watching this later on or earlier or whenever, probably later. So I'm trying to give this one a bit of a festive feel. And the first outfit I brought to you today, I am wearing my absolute favourite JJJ find. This is a Japanese linen coat with these lovely little roundels on it and a hood. And it's absolutely fantastic. It's the most beautiful Christmassy red, and I really, really like it. But I don't get the chance to wear it very often. But if I do travel and I'm going somewhere a bit chillier, I will use this and I will layer it. So I thought all of you are going to be bundled. Well, a lot of you will be bundled up. Some of you, like me, who live on the equator, won't be. But I layered this up. So I put my lovely coat on, which I absolutely adore. So unusual and different. And then underneath, I put... Excuse me, just throwing it at my cat. I put this red dress, jacket, and then over the top, this knitted blue dress that I found in Jalan. So this was 5 ringgit. 5 ringgit, I suspect, because it literally had no lining. So, and it really is completely sort of see-through. And so you'd have to wear it with something. So I don't think they could sell it as an outfit because it was only probably half an outfit. But for me, I thought, ooh, I like that. Again, it's an asymmetric hem, a little bit different. It's got this lovely crochet lace work that is just so fine and delicate around the hem. And then it's just got little spaghetti straps, which I've just put over the red dress that I've got on underneath. I thought this is quite festive, and I quite like things that are a little bit different. I mean, last year I did a blue and black Christmassy outfit. This year I'm doing a blue and red Christmassy outfit. It also gave me the chance to wear the new jewellery that I've just finished, which are these beautiful blue bees, and these are the carpenter bees that I was telling you about. So there you go. I think it came out really, really well. I used metallic leaf on them. I put a lovely soft tiger's eye bead in blue, and then the drop that came with the original necklace, which is this piece at the top. It's a Timu necklace that I've completely redone. Then I found these earrings amongst my bee collection, of which is quite sizable. But these are red and green, and I don't wear a lot of red and green. She says wearing red. So I changed them to be blue metallic bees to match my carpenter bee necklace. So there we go. Quite like this outfit. With the coat, you know, if you're going off to do visit people for Christmas or go and do an event or whatever you're doing, you know, it's a really practical, nice, comfortable outfit, but still Christmassy, still dressy uppy, still fun. So this is my first one. The dress and the jacket are very, very old ones that I've had for so long that I honestly can't remember where I got them or how much I paid for them. And as I said, this is the latest bit, which is a JJJ find. Now, with this whole collection today, it's really about sustainability in the sense that you're taking things that you've had in your wardrobe and you're mixing them up with other things that you've already got in your wardrobe. You're not buying anything new. You're only buying secondhand if you are buying, and you're just mixing it up and making completely new outfits for you so that you can feel that you're wearing something new, but none of it's new, if that makes sense. It does make sense. It makes sense. And it's also good for everybody, good for the world. So, with no further ado, let's go on to outfit number 2. So, in case any of you don't know, haven't found out yet or are new, I live in Malaysia. The temperatures here are around about 32 degrees most of the It's on the equator. We don't have seasons. It's summer all year. But I do appreciate that in other parts of the world it does get a lot colder. But you also have to appreciate there's a lot of other people that live on the equator. So this is a really good, fun, funky Christmas outfit. Maybe more of a daytime thing. You could even cook the Christmas lunch in this one. Same dress, same jacket, but this crocheted open work top my daughter found, 5 ringgit. So 5 ringgit works out at under £1. Just under £1, but under £1. This is so fun. This is just, I don't know, would I have picked this up myself? I probably wouldn't. But she's braver than me, and I think she thought this looked really good fun. And obviously, if you're spending under £1, you don't feel guilty, because even if you decide you don't like it or it doesn't fit, it's not the end of the world. But this is cool. This is cool. Now, I put 2 stonking coral necklaces on. My brother bought me this one many years ago as a Christmas gift, and it comes out most Christmases. And this one I made myself out of a necklace and some lovely chunks of spiky coral that I had with black pearls, and I made non-matching matching earrings. So this is the outfit. Just chuck the jacket over like a cardigan. It is short sleeve, perfect for this country, but not perfect if you're in England. So you've got the choice. You could stick a lovely cardigan or a jumper over it. But for me, this is a good outfit, a good outfit. So shows that the same thing with a completely different layer over it can look very, very, very different. I wanted to mention something else. A couple of weeks back, somebody said to me, "Oh, well, I liked your posh hairdo." And I thought, posh hairdo? I don't do posh hairdos. My hair is naturally like candy floss. It's fluffy. And at the moment it's pink. It changes colours regularly, but at the moment it's still pink. This is what I use to put it up like this. These are very old-fashioned now. They've been around, I think, my whole life, and I think they've probably been around since the 50s. Basically, it is a long, spiky piece of plastic that does up, so you could actually make it smaller, or you couldn't make it any larger. That's the largest it goes. So what I do is I just brush all my hair up, pull it up on top, hold my hand around it so that all the ends are not hanging out, and then I just put this over the top of it and then just push these spikes into my hair and then let go of the hair, and that's it. That is literally how long it takes me to put my hair up. These are great. I'm just going to come and do a close-up. There you go. Strange little thing, but boy, they're useful. I got these last time I was back in England. I had to search, I must admit, but I think I found them somewhere sort of fairly, probably, I don't know, maybe Boots, or could be even somewhere like Poundland. You know, they're just one of those things. When you find them, you find them. They used to come in all sorts of colours, but obviously this is sort of like what they would presume to be a natural colour. Obviously with pink hair, not so natural, but hey, it works. So these are stretchy. They're very cool. They literally hold it in place and they hold it up. And they're not hot. They don't hurt your hair like elastics. They don't get tangled in your curly hair like pins and clips. They're good. 2 outfits down for Christmas. On to the next one. Okay, my lovelies. So, outfit number 3. Now, I showed you this in my black collection. This came home at the same time as the red one that I wore in the last, and the same price, 5 ringgit. It's by a brand called Carnelian. I think it's really, really lovely. So I showed it to you with black. I thought it looked very, very Edwardian. So this time I put it with a nice festive pinky red. This dress is so old. It was from Evans so long ago that it doesn't even matter. But this top gives it a whole new lease of life. makes it into a whole different outfit. So a little bit of magic. The old lace jacket, it's getting a bit tired now, but you know, I still feel smart in it. I still like it. So, good Christmas outfit. I've gone for jewellery that's very reminiscent of turn of the century, very Edwardian looking. I think it matches the vibe of this little top. I think this looks very Edwardian, and so I think that you can get away with this really statement jewellery. This was thrifted in England, and these were thrifted many moons ago. But I like the square lozenge shapes on the necklace and the unusual colourway. It's not a colour combination that you often see, and I think the little bit of lightness in it pops it up as well and gives it a little bit of pizzazz, and it goes very nicely with this beautiful crocheted lace work top. Earrings as well. Fun stuff. Again, just repurposing, adding one new to me but thrifted item with other things that I already had. Let's face it, most of us don't have much money to spend on ourselves at Christmas. We're usually spending all our money on our family, you know, on the gifts and on the food and on, you know, the shopping and everything else. Spending stuff on our own outfits, it's really quite low down on the register. But also at this time of year, when one is fairly stressed, it is good to remember, and I'm giving you a good out here, a bit of thrifting is retail therapy, but it's good for the planet, it's recycling, and it's kinder to your pocket. There's something to think about. If you go thrifting, you're doing good as well as having some retail therapy. You can afford to spoil yourself and spend very, very little. So that's 3 5 ringgit tops in a row that have completely transformed the outfits. So, final one coming up. Here we have our final outfit of the day. So, same jacket swapped over. My daughter again found this one. It's not a colour I would put myself in, but with my hair pink at the moment, I think that I can get away with this. And I think for an alternative to the bright red, if you're not keen on bright colours, this is actually a very interesting colour. It's sort of a dirty old rose. But with black, it looks very sort of old Hollywood. Gives that vibe of sort of 1930s Hollywood fabulousness. I have put it with this amazing collar. I found this in... my brain has just literally gone blank on me. It begins with C. It's got a castle in it, and it's where my son used to be stationed in the army. Chepstow. No, not Chepstow. 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 Found this in a charity shop in Chepstow. It's a reversible one. Absolutely love it. Wear it a lot. It's the silver on the other side. I mean, you know, how could you not feel fabulous wearing this? And it's the jewellery and the accessories that you put with things that really make them look different and special and interesting. So this collar was such a find. The dress, 15 ringgit, so under £3. The jacket, as I said, it's a really, really, really old one, bought in England, thrifted in England so many moons ago that I can't remember the town, or although I do have a feeling that it might have been Cirencester. But, you know, don't hold me to that. Cirencester, I just feel that it might have been Cirencester. It is cotton lace, which means it's not nasty nylon lace. It is cotton lace, which does make a difference. And it's the two textures as well. It's sort of crunchy cotton lace over silky satin ruched. I think works well. Even the shoes are thrifted. These were Jalan Japan. I actually thrifted them last year for Halloween. But they're still getting used. That's the point, isn't it? Recycling and using. So, if you had a bit of a dinner party or a little bit of drinks party going on, you could definitely rock up in this. You might not be able to splurge and eat a vast amount of dinner because it has got the zip up the side that makes it quite fitted. But you would look pretty Hollywood spectacular. I just put some flowers in my hair. Otherwise it's still just the same zigzaggy thing. The zigzaggy thing, that's what we'll call it from now on, so you know what I'm talking about. The same zigzaggy thing in my hair and just some hair clips with flowers on. Nice cowl neck, nice draping, little split at the front, but I've got tights on, so it's not the end of the world for me. I wouldn't be able to wear this bare legs, but I don't think at this time of year you're going to want to wear bare legs anyway. It means I can get away with the black shoes and the black coat by keeping it all in one. Black necklace ties that in as well. I think it's an outfit. I really do think this is an outfit. I put on a push-up bra rather than a squash me flat bra. Normally I wear squash me flat bras, but this is more of a whoop and out. Certain times of the year you can let the girls out to play. Anyway, my dears, just some funky ideas, just some styling that, you know, gets you going, makes you think about what you've got in your wardrobe, get things out. Maybe if you're a crocheter or a knitter, you could actually create something that you could put over things to give them a new lease of life. I'm not very good with crochet. It involves counting and making things in even numbers and making sure that you don't go off the plan and doing all sorts of things wrong. And I'm very good at doing things wrong, so that's definitely not my cup of tea. But I know there are lots of ladies out there that can. So maybe that's a project for next time. Okay, with that, I'm going to love you and leave you. So when I come back next time, we're actually going to be Christmas. So I thought I'd better do the Christmassy things before Christmas because otherwise there's no point doing them. So I'll be back with you next week. At this point in time, I've made an executive decision. I'm going to cut back on my Wednesday videos because people aren't watching them. And if I'm getting my poor husband to spend hours editing and putting them together for me, it's not fair if only 60 people are going to watch it. It really isn't. And it also means that I've got more time for fiffing and faffing. They will be occasionally Wednesdays. There'll be when I'm travelling, there might be some. There will be projects that I want to share, but I'm not going to be religiously putting them out there. I may well also stop my shorts. Feeling rather despondent currently and beginning to think there's better things I could be doing with my time. When I do these clothes videos, it's my whole weekend is gone because I spend my Saturdays organising and styling everything, and I spend my Sundays filming, and he spends hours and hours editing, and I'm, you know, for the views I'm getting, I'm seriously considering that if it goes below 150, I'm out of it altogether. So let's just hope that doesn't happen. But we're getting close to that now. We really are getting very close to that. But I'm not going to be miserable and drone on any longer. I'm going to leave you to your lovely time of year when your house is decorated, you're enjoying yourself, and if you're not and you're all quiet, you just treat it as you time and make a special time for you. Make yourself a hot chocolate, get yourself a mince pie out, just enjoy yourself. Oh, good book, get a really good book out, just enjoy yourself. Bye for now from the Crafty Nana. See you next week.